Okay, today we'll be showing you how to remove the driver's side head from a Chevy 4.3 liter TBI engine in a 95 Chevy pickup. As you can see, we've already removed the power steering pump and alternator, which bolts up to this hole, and then that hole down there. We've already removed the valve cover and the throttle body system. Now the throttle body system, there's a couple vacuum lines. You're going to want to make sure you mark those and know where they go.
No, we didn't.
This one is a fuel line. This one, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's a fuel return. Then there's 3 bolts holding it down. One in the front here, and then these 2 back ones are also part of the deal that holds the...
Not necessary to take off.
The, what you call it, the air filter housing off. You can see right now he's loosening up the bolts that bolt the intake to the...
These are some long threaded fucking bolts.
The intake to the head. And like I said, we're just doing the driver's side, so we're going to attempt to get by with just removing the driver's side bolts. Radiator hose comes from there over to here on the radiator's off. Top half of the fan shroud is off. Now to remove the power steering pump, you're going to need a special little tool that looks like this. What you do is you take these 2 inner rings, they lock on to the front of your pulley. This threads onto this, and you put them over that as well. Put this outside ring on, then you start threading this out, and it pulls the pulley off. Do not attempt to use a bearing puller, as it will warp the pulley and wreck it. Unless you want to go buy a new pulley, then go for it. Valve cover, to get it off, pretty simple. See if I can show you on the passenger side here. There's just 3 little bolts, one in the front up here, one in the middle, and then another one in the back. You might need to remove your wiring harness. Just make sure that you know this goes to my AC clutch, AC pressure sensor, some grounds. These go to the fuel injectors. Like I said, we removed the throttle body injection system, but I don't think you have to, looking at it now. If you want to, you can, but I don't think it's necessary. Another thing you're going to have to remove eventually is the distributor here. When you remove that, you're going to want to mark which wires go where.
Why do you gotta take it out?
If you want to remove the intake, you're going to have to remove the distributor.
We're not trying to remove the intake. Wait, fuck, we are going to have to.
Just like I said, make sure you know which wires go to your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cylinders.
Different size.
And where they go on the distributor and things like that. To do this, you're going to need an assortment of metric wrenches, sockets, and standard sockets, ratchets, extensions.
There's our random mess.
There's some of our random mess of tools, and there's some more all over. This is your power steering and alternator bracket. This hole, that other shiny one in the back, and that shiny one down there. Those bolt the bracket to the engine. Those 2 shiny ones and that shiny one bolt to your power steering pump. And that one and that one bolt to your alternator. Here's your driver's side valve cover. Like I said, you got 1, 2, 3 bolts. Got the radiator hose, our bucket of parts. If you don't have a good memory, you're going to want to tag each part where it goes. Or take plenty of pictures or a video along the way. We're just doing this video to show you guys how to do it.
The fuck Because there's so many.
There's odd sizes everywhere.
Everything's different.
Yeah, like he said, everything's different. And why we're changing this head is I managed to do something to it. I'm not exactly sure what. But I was pulling a trailer much too big for the pickup. And as you can see here, this one's loose, but this one's tight. You know, this one's a little loose. This one's tight. That one's a little loose. That one's a little loose too. And in order to remedy the problem, the local mechanic had to put some washers in a few of these. See, that one there doesn't have washers, but this one.
Why am I using a ratchet? I could be using an impact gun.
Has washers to remedy the problem. Not exactly sure what. Before you get too carried away into your mission here, you're going to want to take a look and get those numbers. The 102-38181 numbers is the casting number for your head. You're going to want an exact match because other numbers may or may not fit. I'm not exactly sure. You might have to do some searching on your own. And you're also, I know, like on mine, I've got the 102-38181 heads. And there's two kinds here. See, mine have the screw-in studs with this little hex down here. Can't really see it too well, but it's a little hex at the bottom there. If you don't have that hex, you have the pressed-in studs. When you call up the local salvage yard or your local wherever to get these heads, you're going to need to know your number, which is
Fucking
your
alternator
number, whether or not you have pressed in or screwed in studs, and maybe some other information as to year of the vehicle and other things. One thing with the Chevy 4.3,
There's 500 different versions.
there is multiple different versions. This one, like I said, has got the TBI, or throttle body injection, which is just basically a different version of a carburetor. I don't know, we got it sitting over here. See, it's just got two injectors here, throttle plates at the bottom. It's like I said, it's basically just a modified carburetor. But they also, I know, in this 90 to 96, somewhere around there, they started experimenting with multi-port fuel injection and sequential fuel injection and some others that didn't have the throttle body, but instead the intake was raised and there was a spider rail, as they call it,
standard.
fuel system underneath the intake. But like I said, mine's got the TBI, so I don't have any of that to show you.
And you know what the fuck you were talking about?
You're also going to need to remove a couple sensors over here. I believe these are coolant and oil pressure, or coolant temp and oil pressure. I'm not sure though. You're going to need to remove your exhaust manifold. There's two bolts there, two bolts here, and two bolts here. Yeah, you're going to have some other things to worry about in the back, such as an EGR valve and a distributor there, but
You should pull on that bar. Thank you.
your spark plugs you got to take out, and that's really about it. Got any questions, leave a comment, message me, something. I'll see what I can do. If not, I'll refer you to someone who can. And there's my buddy. He's helping me work on this while I'm taking this video.
In my shop.
In his shop. Thank you for letting me borrow your shop. Okay. We might be back with another video putting it on, but we'll see. Okay. See you later. And this is me. Okay. See ya.